Hello everyone, welcome to the allotment. It's the beginning of June and we are very busy planting everything. This is a structure we've created for the gherkins to climb. So there are U-shaped pins or nails that is used for the chicken mesh to be nailed onto the two wooden pallet boards. You will see what we are going to do. We have dug a deep hole, a trench for the pallets to sit, and then holding the pallet boards strongly tight, you have to bury it into the trench. Bury the wooden pallet and the chicken mesh in with the soil and firm it very well with your heel of your leg so that it stays really tight when the gherkins starts climbing on it. You want it extremely strong because I'm going to put 4 gherkins on the trellis that we have, chicken mesh trellis that we have created. So they need to be able to hold on to the weight of the gherkins. While he is completing the chicken mesh trellis for the gherkins, I am putting up the wooden stakes for the net that I am going to use to cover the bed. In the same bed, along with gherkins, I'm going to put purple sprouting broccoli. I have already planted 4 of them. So before I plant the rest, I will first put up the stakes to put the net on. Purple sprouting broccoli is in the brassica family, and like any other plants in the brassica family, they are prone to aphids and butterfly attack, and also the biggest nemesis is pigeons. So to stop all of these, I'm going to put up a net. So the stakes will hold the net. Now before you start planting, I'm going to first place all 4 gherkins and see the placing. Once I'm happy with it, I will dig it in. As I always tell, once planted, water them really well. I've created a small ditch or a deeper area around the gherkins so that the water can seep into the roots much easier than it flowing away from the roots. So the water will stay in or around the roots. Sorry for the wrong angle of the camera. These are the 2 purple sprouting broccoli that is left to be planted in this place. I'm planting them 1 trowel distant from each other. So they will be dug in and planted. When you're planting any brassica plant that needs to stay for longer, like cabbage, cauliflower, kale, in your calabrese and brassica family, you have to bury them deep enough. So I would bury them to the first leaf because they need to stay longer in the ground and they have to hold a lot of head weight because broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, they are all heavy. So the root, in order for the root to be supported, you have to plant the plant very deep into the soil. Can you see a slug hiding underneath? So be careful when you're planting. Inspect the plant very well to see if there are any slugs or any butterfly eggs. So I have removed the slug and I'm going to plant them. Other than that, the root structure on the plant looks very good. As I'm doing, you have to firm it really well so that the plant is not flopping around. Water them so that the soil around will also settle and help the plant to stay upright. Immediately, I will cover it with a net. I will not do the same mistake as I did earlier, because if you wait for another day, the pigeons will finish off the purple sprouting broccoli. The net is a thin mesh net which will prevent butterflies from entering it. So pull it taut so that no birds will get hurt from it, and I'm going to hold it down using these stone bags. Since we've got plenty of stones in our allotment, I am using it in this way by putting them in bags and using them as weight to hold the net down. I will do it on all four sides so that the wind would not blow it away. We have planted 12 sweet corns and 2 pumpkins in this bed. I have planted the sweet corns on a ridge to help them tackle any wind that might come through. Not very sure of what kind of pumpkin this is. This is the honeyberry and 2 scabiouses, and this side of the bed is planted with a couple of tomatoes and a butternut squash. This structure you might have seen in a different video. I used it with my patty pan. Came to realize that the patty pan wouldn't climb as suggested by my friend, so I removed it. So that's the patty pan where the structure was, and I removed it from there and I reutilized it here for the butternut squash to climb. So there are 2 tomatoes there. So the plan here is to stop the strawberries from migrating to this side by putting a stone path. I've started a bit over here, so as and when I find stones, I would complete the path so that I can reach to the honeyberry easily. My neighbor in the allotment gave me some chilli plants. He's not sure of what variety it is. I've got 4 of them, so I'm going to plant 2 here in the allotment and 2 at home in my greenhouse and see where they might do better. Because all 4 plants were in one container, I have been very careful to take the plant out by not destroying the roots and also getting as much as the compost which was around it. At the same time, here I am making a small ridge around the chilli plant. The allotment is on a slope and this is one of the highest points. So when we water, all the water will flow down to the deeper parts of the allotment. So I'm going to create a ridge towards the chilli so that when we water, the water can stay there. This is a second plant, so always hold the plant by its leaf and not by the stem. The same method, I'm making a ridge to hold the water up. The much awaited rain is in the forecast for the next couple of days. So I have fertilized all my seedlings and plants with organic chicken pellets and enriched seaweed powder. It was purchased from Range. I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. See you soon with another video.